Hey everyone, Kemmei here, welcome back to another episode where I'll be doing something semi-interesting as a major power, and today's pick is gonna be none other than France. Now, obviously, you can see that achievements are disabled this time around. That's because I'm playing a mod that allows you to go the Anarchist path as France. So yeah, first thing first, deleted my army, I don't need it. I'm gonna form the Popular Front, and I'm gonna rush all the way to the Second French Revolution. Research-wise, I'm going to go this time around with dispersed industry instead of concentrated, because I would like to start producing a lot of fighters and cast units by 1940. So yeah, I'm about to do the Second French Revolution, which should trigger a civil war and change my ideology. Just a piece of advice: make sure that once you're going down these focuses right here, and when the protest descent into violence event triggers, you always pick the option that makes you lose political power, because if you pick the option that lowers your stability and increases fascism support, it will mess up with your political pie chart and you will not be able to do this focus properly as fast as possible. Okay, the civil war triggered. We get the Matignon agreement first, and the rest is just gonna be us preparing to go to war with the Benelux and with the entirety of Iberia at a certain point. Okay, now I got my war goal on the entirety of the Benelux, but I need to declare on them at the same time. The reason why is because we do not want the UK to actually guarantee any of them, and we will instantly do our comrades need help. What this focus will do is that we will instantly annex the Regional Defense Council of Aragon, and we will find ourselves at war in the Spanish Civil War. Also, small advice: make sure that you declare on the Duchy Indies, since sometimes the AI does not call them into the war, and you won't be able to annex them, sadly. Okay, this should be the end of Belgium. Next on the chopping block is Holland. Usually I like to puppet the Duchy Indies, but this time around, since I'm actually gonna be playing as an Anarchist France, I can core the Duchy Indies whenever I feel like it. So what we're gonna do instead is that we're gonna wait until this focus is done, and then we're gonna unite the Benelux, which should give us cores on all of these provinces and states over here. Instantly pause the game, launch your naval invasion, should be ready by now, and start coring the entirety of the Benelux. I need to actually rebanish the front line over here because it's a bit messy. The good thing is that the nationalists do not expect us to be attacking right now, so the majority of the border with them is empty. Okay, the 10 divisions that I sent towards toward Cadiz I meant, have all launched, so I need to do my best to take Cordoba and Sevilla as soon as possible. It has been so far 30 days since we joined the war against the nationalists, and we also are at war with the Republicans as well. So yeah, like I stated previously, we're just gonna run and leave La Coruna open, and as you can witness right here, the AI instantly decides to leave the province open since they are gonna move into the style. Okay, this should be enough to make nationalist Spain cap. Definitely, it was enough. Whatever is left of this war is pretty easy. We just have to walk into their VPs and just annex them properly. As for Portugal, I'm gonna leave the divisions that I have inherited from Commune of Aragon, and I'm gonna use my full army against the UK, because once I declare on Portugal, they're gonna join the UK's faction. And I'm going to declare on Portugal instantly. We're gonna launch the naval invasion. Wait, hold on, the UK has yet to join the war. Am I missing something? I mean, it is what it is. I did not even bother using my decent divisions, I just used these trash divisions over here to knock out Portugal. Okay, so the Munich conference is here. I currently have two ways to progress. Either try to hold against the Germans, which I could easily do since I have built level 2 forts in these tiles, so the Germans are gonna be finding themselves fighting a very difficult war on two fronts, and I could probably defeat them easily. Or I either wait and let the Germans survive for another year and deal with the UK instead. So yeah, I'm gonna support the Czechs. They are now in my faction. If Germany declares on Czechoslovakia, I'm not really that worried. So yeah, I guess we can kiss our dreams of going to war against the UK goodbye for now. Gotta deal with the Germans first. I know for a fact that I'm not gonna be able to break the Germans, especially since my doctrines are not properly unlocked. I never realized, but I'm gonna suffer from strikes since I have low stability. I thought this did not happen to anarchist nations. Okay, I just deciphered the German cipher and I'm gonna utilize it for the extra buffs. Okay, I'm seeing some good things. The German front line got a bit depleted, since they wanna push into Bohemia instead. Okay, the war scene should be fixed now. The Germans lost 700k men in total. What's currently hurting them much right now is the fact that they lost a lot of equipment, bashing their heads against my front line. But yeah, the German front line is currently collapsing. That's quite good, but sadly I lost my war goal against the UK, and I'm not going to be able to get it anytime soon. I still need to tell my men to rush. I'm so close to linking up with Czechoslovakia before they capitulate, because if Czechoslovakia falls, I kinda am on my own. Also, if you're wondering the division template that I'm utilizing currently, it's this. I would have liked to use some tanks, but I cannot afford right now to do such thing. The lack of research lot has really hurt me quite a bit. I'm using my spy agency and what little cash I have to do things, I guess. Okay, Munich has fallen. Not enough to make Germany capitulate. I still need to take a lot of states. At least the Soviet volunteers arrived. Hopefully they come in and push into the center. The Soviet Union declared on Poland, so the Soviet volunteer forces that just arrived. And Poland joined the Allies. So the UK is currently at war with the Soviet faction. That's quite interesting, an alternative timeline. Now, actually, this mod is quite fun, man, not gonna lie. And as all things must end. Fuck. Okay, never mind. Germany is gonna get completely annexed by me because I need to build up my compliance on these states, obviously. Yeah, next objective is probably gonna be Italy, but I cannot declare on anyone just yet. Because some big bad guy decided to hit me with 2 strikes. Okay, this is actually good. For 6 political power I can start just fine on Italy, and this should be done in 30 days. So that's pretty cool. War against Italy should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Especially since I have I have air superiority and all. So yeah, what I should do next is probably start just fine on minor nations around Europe to annex them. Okay, I actually managed to encircle 25 divisions in the north. So yeah, that's a decent chunk of the Italian army that I just took there. I just realized that I have yet to fix my economy situation, nor did I fix my, manpower issues. So I'm gonna rush all this instead. Pretty certain that they're gonna cap on their own. But the naval invasion that I just launched is enough to make Italy cap. As soon as Palermo gets taken, that is. Gotta revoke the Matignon agreement, it's no longer useful. And you can see that my, I got rid of all of the stupid annoying ass debuffs. So I kinda am doing good so far, I should be able to produce a lot of stuff. Yugoslavia got guaranteed by the UK. I'm pretty certain that this time around they are not bluffing. Okay, we declare on Yugo. We just need to rush all their victory points. I took care of all major threats in mainland Europe, but since the Soviets are also at war with the Allies, that means that I have to share the peace deal with them, and that's not very good. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna knock out the UK first and then see how I'm gonna deal with the mess here in Europe. I may end up having to hit force attack. Or never mind, Portsmouth is always open, but it's already over for them. So yeah, the second biggest threat for me just went away forever. Obviously Poland is not included in the peace deal, because I want them to bleed the Soviet Union in a bit. Okay, so my justification against the US is ready. I'm just gonna give you a quick explanation of my war plan against the US. I'm currently pushing them from the north. I have my, the entire air force of mine assisting in New England with the CAS and all. At the same time, I'm gonna launch a naval invasion toward the east coast. I've put some divisions just to hold the front line against the US in the Midwest over here. And now, as soon as the naval invasion over here is gonna launch and hit the coastline over here, I'm gonna launch a secondary naval invasion toward the south here, north toward Texas, because I need to rush all the way to San Francisco and Los Angeles to cap the US. With this naval invasion here in the south, the US is forced to reroute some of their boys over here to rush and plug the gaps here. So yeah, so far, just a little update. The entirety of the US collapsed in less than a month, since I declared, I think, on the 3rd or the 5th of January. And that's mainly thanks to the many naval invasions that I have launched. I'm currently trying to rush the 2 research slots. I kinda hate the French focusy because it locks you out from any research. I genuinely wish in the upcoming DLC that Paradox fixes the research slot situation for France. I justified on Japan, I'm gonna declare on them right now. My fleet should be here, right? I'm not mentally deranged. Yeah, the fleet is right here, so we put this on strike force. Sadly, you can see that the Japanese fleet is in its entirety is over here, so I cannot launch my naval invasion just yet. Okay, so yeah, a little update. We finally collapsed the entirety of the US front lines. I've dealt 1.3 million losses against them, like, you know, casualties. I think they had like around 200 divisions at the start of the war, which the majority of them got encircled. Obviously, my poor convoys are gonna get raided to oblivion. Does not really matter. The reason why is because as long as I get 3 or 4 divisions over here, I can take Nagasaki with force attack. Okay, my justification against the Soviet Union is done. We instantly are gonna declare on them. Okay, the US capitulated, and all of the nations that I have declared on were included, even Brazil. I swear to God, I never declared on Brazil. I don't know how they're included in this peace deal. Actually, I'm quite surprised that Japan has given me so much trouble to make them capitulate. Usually they're much easier to deal with. I guess this time around they wanted to prove themselves as a challenge. Thankfully, in less than half a year, my industry shot off from 300 factories to 600, well, to 800, my bad. We're currently just fighting on the non-aligned nations, just so that they would join any faction, quite honestly. Okay, this is actually sad. Japan is gonna survive. I did not have enough war score to... Well, actually, I can take the state. But yeah, Japan is gonna survive in these few states over here in the north. Since China is not interested in taking them. They already have a war goal on me, so they're probably are gonna declare on instantly as soon as the truce between the two of us expires. So I'm gonna leave this army over here just in case. In half a year we just conquered the entirety of Northern America, and we did the same thing for Japan, or like, you know, the majority of it, and we're fighting currently against the Soviet Union. The goal here is just to simply overwhelm the Soviet Union. Nothing much, nothing less. I mean, goddamn, these tanks are speedy as hell. Holy shit, they are very fast. It's like I'm slicing it through butter, quite honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna encircle 30 divisions over here, or maybe even more. And I would like to encircle the, like, you know, southern theater as well. That's 20 divisions over here that are failing to retreat properly. If you look at the casualties against the Soviet Union, we can see that from September to November we caused 1 million casualties against them from encircling all of these divisions. And we only lost 70k, so that's a respectable number. But yeah, from this point onward, the Soviet Union is simply gonna collapse. So yeah, little update currently. We pushed the Soviet Union... yeah. God damn it, Japan, can you stop declaring on me for a millisecond? So annoying. But yeah, I was expecting this, so I left my territories over here defended. Not that worried. And with this should be the end of the war. Because the Soviet Union is currently at 91% capitulation. And that number, 97%. Quite annoying. Okay, yeah, finally I took Vladivostok, and that was enough to make the Soviet Union capitulate. I kinda was getting tired because Chile is too much of an annoying asshole to deal with. I have no idea why they always turn into major by 1941 and always end up at war with me. Okay, so yeah, just to update you, Poland is massive as hell. I'm gonna use their faction to declare on Estonia, Latvia and Sweden. Like, you know, currently still busy fighting in South America. It's kinda annoying. The front, like, you know, with Poland is too large. They cannot govern the entire front, sadly, so they're gonna surrender easily. Buenos Aires is being defended heavily, but as soon as Argentina falls, I should be able to make it toward Chile, and this annoying ass war should be over. Well, I still need to cap Sweden. Okay, both Venezuela and Chile capitulated at the same time, so in order for me to finish off this faction, I just need to cap Sweden. Sadly, Sweden has this annoying modifier that makes the requirement for them to cap 0%. Since Paradox like to glaze their own country, and it's very annoying. Thank you, Paradox. Okay, so yeah, finally, man. The map is looking quite nice, if I may say so myself. I still need to take care of a few nations here and there. And then I'm gonna launch probably my last war against the Chinese faction. So my war goal against Switzerland is done. I have a lot of cash. I should be able to knock them out quite fast. And I'm gonna start justifying on China. Should be done in 20 days. But yeah, just to show you the country list, there's only Switzerland and the Chinese faction left. Now we can reroute our full attention toward China. And this should be the last nation that we have to ever deal with. Gonna knock out Korea and try to push toward Beijing. Okay, Communist China has capitulated. That's one less nation that I have to deal with. Okay, Shaanxi is done. I kinda reached the point in the game where I actually am too tired to bother microing anything. So I'm letting the AI push on its own, even though it's inefficient. Okay, so China, for them to capitulate, I need to take all of the provinces, even the ones over here. I need to reach... Stop lagging, man. I need to reach all the way toward the Yan and Kongding area here, and I can finally break free once and for all. Well, not for all. OVERPOWER is never gonna let me be free ever again. But I should be free for a few days, and that's what matters the most. One good thing is that since there are not many nations in the game currently, the game was running a bit faster, but yeah. It's over, we annexed everything. We have officially annexed everyone as the one true based anarchist nation, France. Well, I mean, like, you know, I'm just yapping. Honestly, mad fun. Like, in the early stages of the game, I had mad fun as France, especially in my wars against Iberia and the Benelux, and even against Germany and the United Kingdom and their factions, respectively. But once I reached 1941, it turned into full-out, like, you know, full-blown world conquest, which kinda tired me, since I legitimately went to war against the US, the Soviet Union and Japan in the same year, in 41. And I still had to deal with the other three nations left and right. Just to show you some stats right now, 100% root conquest. So spent 6 hours on this run. And that's all, man. What the hell can I say? Hey, 2.2k factories. I even called some nations. Hold on. I called some more territories into Western Germany. I even called London. If I wanted, I could expand a bit. But man, hey, I'm already tired enough. If anyone is mad enough to do this, reach out. I'll probably give you the save file to do whatever you want with this. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's content. This has been Kaguya. Have a wonderful day or evening, and goodbye. Take care. Also, thanks to my wonderful channel members. You truly are amazing. And have a wonderful day. Bye bye.